Project Greenlight is an internet contest.
We pick a script, we pick a director, we let somebody get a chance to make their movie.
This time we want to make a horror movie.
Feast is a very scary movie. It's Evil Dead meets Diner.
This year we have a fantastic director, John Gulager.
It's been over 35 years getting here. Hopefully he's going to pay off.
Now it's up to Marcus, Patrick, and John to make a terrific movie.
Call time this morning is 5:30. We're here early because John wants to do rehearsals.
I'd like to call times a little earlier than this, if at all possible.
It's the first day that John has actually begun the work with a rehearsal.
The rehearsals help the camera people and help the actors, help everybody. Even just knowing where everybody is.
I need to know acting-wise what you want from me when this stuff hits me.
Well, you could go up against the wall, and then I would just like...
The scene that we were rehearsing is the one where Judah gets puked on by the monsters.
Bring it up like you're gonna fire.
What?
And then that's when the barf is gonna come, and you guys have to jump out of the way.
Okay.
Action. Get out of the way.
Splat.
I think the rehearsal is so important for John because he has no idea until somebody else is doing it. He's not like, a director that walks in with, okay, this is what you're doing. He wants it to be organic.
I don't know how good of a rehearsal it actually was, but that said, any rehearsal is probably better than none.
You guys want to get some puke on you?
We're making the vomit, which is water and methacellulose, which is a food thickener. And then when it gets thick, we add food coloring. I'm adding green and a little bit of caramel.
Roll sound. Action.
And get it!
Cut.
Nice. Judah! All right.
That was beautiful. All right, I have new hope for this movie.
Yeah. I think it's a good start. I think it was good for John.
Do you feel good about it?
Yeah.
Think he did?
Yeah. I think the actors had time to ask him questions that they wanted to ask.
It was really powerful, throws you back a bit. It's great, yeah. Worked really well.
Nobody's in trouble. I'm just coming down to watch. You know, they've been shooting. I try to come once a week, twice a week, so I figured I'd just come by and see how it's going. So we're watching some footage. Scary times when that happens.
No music, no sound effects.
I was into it. It moved fast. It was kind of cool. I got lost in different places. I was lost in the geography of the bar and where the monster was and what it was doing.
We might have ourselves a movie here, boys. Thought that was good, dude. I'm really encouraged by it. I thought it looked really good. 15 more days, $2 million more. Let's go do it.
I think the casting's great. The set design looks great, and you just sort of sit there and you're like, yeah, this would be totally up.
Roll sound. And action.
God! Oh, gross! Don't touch it, okay? You're making it worse. Just leave it alone. No, you tell me to leave it alone. I just got puked on by a f***ing alien, and you're telling me to leave it alone? Relax, you f***ing itches! That's why I'm itching it! Yeah,
Oh, John.
The script supervisor's job is to help the director with continuity, help an actor with their lines, make sure that they say them correctly.
Harri James is the script supervisor, and she's a friend of the family, and so I feel comfortable around her. Can you say monster instead of...
Yeah.
Then the other things, too. When you're going to walk away, maybe. No, go.
stop touching it, okay? You're making it worse. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, you tell me to leave it alone. You get puked on by a monster, and you tell me how that feels, huh? Yeah, you get puked on a monster, and then tell me how it feels, okay? I just got puked on by a monster. See how you feel when you get puked on by a monster, okay? I am uppercase.
Cut.
Cut.
Actors were laughing and joking. John was laughing behind the monitor and doing stuff like this, trying to hold himself in, which is what you want to see from a director. I think it became a little bit clearer to John that these group of people are all looking to him to just guide them. Let us know what you're thinking, John. Help us get inside your head to what we do. So for that rest of that day, there was something jovial that came into play, and we started having fun.
I started laughing. I'm sorry. He's so funny.
Okay, guys, moving on.
They're really good.
Where is this son of a bitch?
He's dead.
And cut.
And that's a wrap.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Our goal was to get John to stay on track to make his day and to communicate better with his cast and crew. And I think we're achieving that. Now, hopefully, people will be more secure with John as the director of this film.
So just tell me exactly what you need right now.
Total scenes, like of the whole movie.
Page count is something that's been predetermined, what we're going to be shooting on a day, how many pages.
Studio execs basically go by page counts and call sheets to see what we've shot during the day and if we've made our day. I was told that I was not to use my page counts and scene numbers, which is what a script supervisor does. I'm going by your numbers every day. I'm not using my numbers at all. So we're good. So I'll just go redo those 3 days worth of work. I'll be back.
Harri wasn't feeling very confident about, the page counts being right. Ultimately, what needs to happen is that one person needs to decide what the page count is and everybody else works off it.
So typically, they're supposed to go off your counts.
Yeah, I'm the one that reads the script and gives them the page counts.
Mm-hmm. So they want to do it the other way around.
They want to do it the other way around. I was just trying to find out who made the decision to do it this way.
I don't know why this keeps going on and on and on, because we had a conversation tonight about it. I said, I'm going to get you that pages. You told me that everything was sorted, that you were happy with everything. That to me is an answer, and you said you were happy with it.
No, I need it tonight. I have no breakdown.
Why didn't you say that?
I did. I've told Colleen like 5 times.
I think that there are definitely very significant professional issues that are underpinning this conflict, but the main thing is they just don't like each other.
Well,
we're both tired. We've had a tough day, and I just...
It is one, but I don't want to have it in front of the cameras. But it is a very important. Yeah, it is an important thing.
Which way are you thinking of taking them?
We wind up on this side of everybody. There's no room for us to do any of this.
This side's cooler. If we cross.
Okay.
We need to start shooting something straight away.
Anytime you have a first-time director and you put them with a seasoned director of photography, there's going to be a little bit of just battle as to what works and what doesn't work.
We do this stuff so out of sequence now. We have no idea where any of these people are actually going to be for this. So, Jerry, let's put the camera down here low.
John doesn't really tell you what he wants. I was guessing all the time, setting up the shots, and, it was almost trial by error.
How are we doing today? Is there any change, any difference? Same broken machine? Yesterday was a good day. We were on schedule, and the actor seemed to know what John wanted, and he communicated well. Today feels like we're back to the old grind, and it's not good. I was hoping to come in today and everybody would be like, kind of...
No, it seems almost frosty.
But the big thing is, if we're going wide here, we want to get Tuffy's cross at the right time where they are sitting. See what I'm saying? That's the only...
A lot of people seem to be trying to give John suggestions. I think they're really trying to help him, but they're not ultimately helping him. And when they see what's going on, I don't understand how they don't realize that this doesn't help and everything grinds to a halt.
Well, it just doesn't seem to be anything is changing.
John, 9 times out of 10, is pretty close to what he wants. And then by the time we start walking to the end of the bar, 6 people have had a conversation with him, and he starts getting lost. And we say, well, this shot's for Harry, this shot's for Mike. He says, now we'll do my shot. We're basically in the midst of a close to The train has already crashed. It's just happening in slow motion.
Now, do you need their reactions to heroin or them popping up at any point for them?
Harry came in as a friend of the director, which can open you to ideas that you may be able to input your own views and ideas.
Guys, we should have this worked out. I mean, it sounds like that we're trying to work this out on the Saturday in the morning.
Her relationship with John was something that was causing, a lot of friction, because I would see John coming with an idea that I knew that he wanted to do, and we're starting to implement it. And then there's some conversations going on, and all of a sudden everything is absolutely changing. We're suddenly looking like, we got our trousers around our ankles. It was becoming unworkable.
What do you guys think of today?
There's too many influences from the time we set the shot up to the time we do the shot.
You got a script supervisor comes in and says, look, I'm worried that you don't have this shot. You may need that shot. You could need coverage over here.
Harri is, she's trying to do her job to the best of her ability. I just think that with John's nature and the type of person that he is, sometimes it can create an element of paranoia.
John gets really rattled, like really, really rattled. It's a very strange scenario, having a script supervisor have that much control over a director, and she drives the actors mad. Like, the actors are driven mad by her, absolutely.
And I do agree with you that the personalities aren't jiving.
I'm not saying that she's bad at what she's bringing up. It's how you bring it up, and then it's the stuff outside of what you're bringing up that is the problem.
Well, I think we got bigger problems than script supervisor. If it continues to be a problem, we'll take a stab at something else, probably.
It's Friday, day 10, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna shoot a lot of little effects scenes today.
We were filming a scene where I look out a little crack in the window to see if monsters are still outside. And I think coast is clear, and a monster plucks my eyeball out.
If you like this, okay, yeah. You can do this squirty thing,
I can jump back and be like, ah.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
I can go on and over.
Well, I kind of thought, I don't know, we might actually squirt Jenny Wade again.
Oh, great idea.
Okay, guys, here we go. Stand by. Quiet, please. Pictures up. Roll sound. Action.
It's a nice night out there, actually. It looks pretty cool. All the monsters are gone. Oh.
Judy, okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Well, if you wanted an eye poke, I think you got it on that one.
Sorry, Judy.
Quiet. Roll camera.
Thank you.
And action.
We had to film the monster figure going into my eye, ripping it out, and then we had to film the blood squirting out and squirting other people in the bar.
Moving on. We're already on honey pie.
We'll kind of squirt a little thing like that.
Okay. Are we talking one squirt, or is it like glug, 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 glug?
Well, we might. So the idea is that she was going to get sprayed, she was going to do her scream, and, we'd cut.
Scream like in anger.
Okay.
Like that.
Whoa, guys.
She demonstrated this really neat scream where she's like kind of mad that she got sprayed again. It was like, ah! So, it's great.
Here we go, guys. And this one is going to be blood and set, guys. Action, Judah. Gary. Cut it there.
That's like way more blood than I was expecting. I kept waiting for him to stop.
Let's keep that. Can we just take a picture of it really quick here?
Jenny, rather like a deer in headlights, just froze and just kept taking it in the face. So I was like, she's not moving and no one's calling cut, so until I hear cut, I'll just keep the gush going.
She gets another spray, and then another spray, another spray, and then suddenly she's totally drenched in blood. And they go, okay, cut. So obviously there was a little bit of a miscommunication there. And he goes, well, no one called cut. And I go, well, I was waiting for the scream.
She's got blood all over. You don't need her.
I think she thought I set her up, which I didn't. It's something I might consider. But on that occasion, I didn't.
At that point, you just kind of look back there.
All right. She's right. You better start it that way.
Where is she?
Either way.
She's walking toward her.
Wayne
John?
and heroin at the same time.
Can you come for a walk with me? I need you to go down and talk to Dan.
All right.
Johnny.
He's still here. We don't want to see Coach.
Well,
let's put a camera here, guys.
So I'm gonna go down to Jenny's trailer and, you know, kind of apologize.
So we're not gonna do that again?
You don't want to do it again.
Well, I want to do it the right way. I mean, I want to do one squirt.
We got the squirt.
I just want him to squirt. I mean, you know, squirt me across the eyes and let me react to it. I mean, I wasn't even acting because I was just waiting for something to happen that wasn't happening.
And we can cut it any way we want to, like.
Right.
But we might want to have the option of.
I just don't think that it's real. I mean, it's so unrealistic that I would have that much. I mean, look at this.
She wanted to do it over again, but you know, the thing is, I kind of wanted to use that one with all the blood.
I don't care about, you know, Gary did this or I did that.
No.
I just don't want to see the film and be like, oh, I hate that moment. I don't believe it. It's not good.
So, you know, I called up on the phone and asked, you know, if they've moved on, and actually, I knew they probably had. You know. Have we broken that setup with Jenny yet? Okay. I just want to know.
So they already broke the shot.
They've moved on. Yeah.
So
we'll make a decision on the look of the thing, and maybe we can recreate the scream at some point down the line.
Okay.
Keep this outfit on, though, with these little specks all over it.
All right.
I mean the green. Hot Wheels is going to drop a beer.
Okay. Hot Wheels is dropping a beer?
During this attack.
Right.
And it's going to break, and we'll shoot that. And just act like you dropped the glass for this, please.
And guys, quiet, please. We were having one of those moments on the set where just a little bit of joy came into it. I think I was standing up when I got hit on the back of the head with a peanut. I turned around and I seen Jim, who's our gaffer on this, and I could see his hand coming down, so I knew it was him who clocked me.
Coming out of the chute.
Stop throwing peanuts, please! You guys? It's not funny!
Having an AD throw peanuts at me on a set, which was like the straw breaking for me, I can't even tell you. It was like off the charts. It was just rude.
What I didn't realize at that point is that I think Harri was having a really tough day. And I think she felt like that people were throwing peanuts at her. Nobody was, because it wasn't even close. And she was upset.
Okay, guys, rehearsing.
Okay, rehearsal's up, guys. Nice and quiet.
So the glass was brought in, and one of the actors has to drop it on the ground. And it was the easiest thing we've probably shot in the last 2 weeks.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
2, 1.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question regarding that beer glass breaking?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
It doesn't match the glass he had in his hand.
Okay, that was my next question. Did it have to match?
That's what it should have been, yeah.
Okay, did I miss that?
The propsman was pissed off because he wasn't told that there was a prop that needed to play, and the prop that I saw that we shot didn't match.
I'll just make a note that it wasn't right.
Okay.
But it didn't match, and that's what we'll do.
Okay.
And the AD
Okay.
didn't tell me.
So it was a shot that was just added like, hey, I got a great idea. I'm just going to have him throw the beer
I
glass.
think that's what he did, yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't in on, I thought you guys knew that. Sorry, so.
Harri, would you just watch out for stuff like that?
You didn't know what he told me.
You didn't know what we were doing?
No.
Well, you should know what we're doing. The script supervisor's job is to do with the continuity of the storytelling. If I'm holding a cup in one scene in my right hand, and then let's say 5 hours later you do a take from another side, continuity's job is to say it's meant to be in your right hand. Well, your continuity, so you should have known it was a different glass.
I did know it was a different glass.
So how come we're only hearing about this right now? Why didn't we do a second take? Your continuity.
Someone needs to
I'm not
ask me or
continuity,
tell me.
you
I know,
are.
but you're the AD.
I don't do continuity, that's you.
No,
You
you're right.
bring a
You
different
do
glass
peanuts.
in.
So when you're throwing peanuts next time, just come over and let me know what we're doing. That's all.
Was it an easy thing to fix? Yeah. Could we fix it? Yeah. Was it a no-brainer? Yeah.
Stephen, would you please announce that we're starting with scene 76? Stephen? 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 Stephen?
Yes.
Would you please announce that we're going to start with scene 76 so everybody knows what we're doing? We're going to do a line from 76.
Okay, you're sure about this
and
now?
then you're going to... Sure about...
Were we definite that this is where we're starting from?
That's what he just told me.
Okay, great. What we talked about last night suddenly started becoming a problem again. Okay.
Got 2 seconds? Once the day was wrapped, I knew it was time to talk to John about what was happening between Stephen and Harri. I think the communication around the monitor has been an issue the last couple days. So I'm wondering if the dynamic of Harri is one of those reasons, and not that she's not doing a great job as script supervisor, but just the personality. The dynamic's not working, and I think that Harri will be the first one to tell you that it's not been working for the last 10 days.
I know you know her personally and you like her personally. I think Harri's a very good script supervisor, but I don't think she's working well with Stephen. I don't think she's working well with Tom, and I don't think her process works well for you. We just felt like, try somebody different.
He just sort of drops this bomb that they were going to fire Harri. Is pretty upset about losing an ally on the set because she's trying to help me and trying to help the film.
I don't need you to say, I agree, because that's something that we feel we need to do. I just wanted to let you know that that would go down. If we're going to change the dynamics of everybody, I think finding a different personality as script supervisor is the least destructive thing we could change at this point. So what time's call tomorrow?
5:30. All right.
It's not working out. It's not a job quality thing. It's just a personality dynamic that isn't working.
Hey, I can't even, it's like, there's nobody, it's like I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't.
On a personal level, I just kind of feel set up. Like I'm still trying to figure out, what I could have done differently.
I mean, it's like, it's not, in my opinion, scheduled properly. It's not rehearsed properly.
Anytime you kind of let somebody go or you part ways, it's a tough decision, especially if you think they're doing their job.
People are throwing peanuts, I mean, just around. So it's, and it's not a set to around.
Steven's basically been taunting me every day by doing, this or doing that, trying to push my buttons. And when I responded, that was all he probably needed to get the producer to say, look, we've got to make a change,
Okay. Hey.
Hey.
I've got to finish my notes, but could I talk to you for like a sec?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
After talking to Mike about the fact that they wanted to make a change, I really felt like I needed to talk to John.
I wish things like this just didn't happen. I wish there was no decisions to even be made. It's just everybody already made up their mind, that Harri was going. I think we should have just tried to talk it out first. There's a whole level of consultation that doesn't go on. With me, it's the kind of the director, thing. I want to have my little people, and we make a movie.
But that's
my little actors, my little script supervisor.
And that's what we should do. We should go make a movie. you know, I just feel bad, like I let you down. Because I'm working, you know, I'm doing the best job I can to make your film really good. And I totally understand if it's not working out, you know?
You know, there's always just that side of me that just wishes, like, just none of this would ever come up, you know, at all. So I would just not have to deal with it. Like, I wish I had never gotten anyone that I knew involved. They've all taken hits.
This is like the greatest thing. You got your dad. How many more performances does he have? You know, when I watch you direct him, it's like, that's it. That's what it's all about.
We put our hearts into this stuff, and your heart can break, or it can get smashed, or discarded. It's personal. So there's going to be, you know, pain, you know, doing this. That's just part of it.
Hey, Dad. Where'd you go?
Well, I wasn't sure if it was 4:30 or 5:30. Sure, I got to hear 4:30.
No.
5:30.
I walked into a dark stage this morning at 5:30, and my dad was sitting over in the corner. He had gotten there several hours earlier. I think someone had given him the wrong call time, or it had been changed and no one told him. And you could just call me.
No, I didn't want to wake you. You call the director.
Yeah, you do. When your director's dad, you do. Today's day 14. It's a pretty ambitious schedule, and we'll have to work out all kinds of action today. There's a whole big lighting change that continues for the rest of the film. You know, it should look pretty cool.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. My name is Arthur Dix. I'm a script supervisor. To take over a position like that, it's like buckle your seatbelt in and just trust that it's going to be a good ride, you know?
Everything here is probably in the shot. Can I just see what you do?
I'm not going to do it.
Can I just...
I'm quiet.
Can I just...
The actor,
okay.
work with the director. I just can't do it.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, John.
That's okay.
You put me in this thing.
All right. Dad was a little ticked off. You know, we were talking about the scene, and everybody's just going on and just setting up the shot anyways. You know, he thinks that the actors should be able to rehearse before the camera is set.
I can't just throw it away.
Hey, Steven! Yes, can I have some quiet? We're going to have a rehearsal.
Okay, guys, quiet please for rehearsal. Let's hold the work off the set.
You know, the camera people and the ADs and everyone, they want everyone to just act within their little square there. They don't want us to, like, work it out. Just stand there and say your line. And, you know, that I don't come from that at all. In fact, I hate that.
The director and the actor work out, and they do it. They know what the director and the actor are doing.
So they're dealing with...
Wait, what acting director's working right now? Don't interfere with the director when he's conferring with an actor. It upsets the actor all to hell. I'm working. They shouldn't talk to him. They shouldn't get around him. It's the most discourteous thing I've ever seen in American film.
When we do our thing, we do it our way, all right?
I know it's piddling to you, but to me it's very important.
Not piddling to me, Dad. Damn it.
Oh, me either.
There was that father-son moment on the set, and it was almost like I could see John being 8 years of age, and it was like that thing when you're out with your friends and your dad comes in and you're going, Dad, stop us. You're making an idiot of me.
Okay. Well, it's not new action. It didn't start.
The shot has changed. Just for a shot.
Let us work, Stephen.
Okay.
We're trying to work this motherfucker out.
And Dad?
Stop interfering with the actor and the director. Damn it!
Dad?
What's the matter with you?
Dad? Dad? My dad's pretty upset. He doesn't feel like, you know, some of the people on the set respect me as a director, you know.
Actor runs through for the wonderful crew. And I say that's something that we all have to learn.
No, I agree. The key to dealing with actors is the personal relationship. When they get upset, they can rip you a new ass.
And it can be very upsetting if you take it personally.
Look, he and I are friends. I'm telling him as a friend. Everybody knows more than I do, John.
No, I don't.
But what I'm saying is, I want him to understand that that's not safe. I'm just trying to help him. He's a young guy. He's looking all right. Stephen has been taught backwards how to work on the set. John's entire crew is based on Stephen's attitude. His attitude is one of interference.
When he looks up, we get this thing right here. If the camera just came this way...
Can you pull back? Tilt down? Tilt up?
I don't know how you do it, Tom. Just.
What do you want to see?
I want to see a little bit more of Clue's head. If it can't be done, just say it can't be done. It's not a big deal.
I'm not sure what you meant.
Eventually, it just got to the point that it was taking up an hour and a half to get a shot that seemed to be originally a pretty straightforward shot.
And cut.
Okay, guys, we're moving on.
High Wheels is going down here.
The lights are out.
Lights go out.
It's going to be a big light change today. The lights all go out and the emergency lights come on, so it's going to be kind of cool trying to get our look that we'll be using for pretty much the end of the picture until the sun comes up.
Can we get those to look more like two separate beams? And put something in front of the light or something to cut it, or?
Well, right now we're only going to see it behind her head, so let's live with this. Okay. So let's not waste time doing that. When we turn around and we see it, then we'll put two lights up there. You have a blank spot right behind her back. You're not going to see.
Yeah, but it looks like a big wash of light.
Okay, we'll spend the time doing it. Steven.
John wanted like heavy shafts of light. It takes a little bit longer to do this because now we don't have our background lit.
All right, Steven, we're not ready.
What are we doing?
We want us to change this, so we got to add another light here. 10 more minutes here.
What about the light on her face? Yeah. Are we going to lose that?
This is lit for before the lights goes off.
Right.
That turns off.
Right.
These come on.
Right.
That's what happened.
Okay, so it's just going to be in total silhouette. Okay, got it.
Just going to be a little fill light on.
John, just so you guys
it's going to be
know.
light. Okay.
Just so you know,
so it's not going to be like you said. It's going to be, we're going to have a little fill light on her.
Yeah, but those lights that you're seeing are before the lights goes off.
Gotcha, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Huh?
Gotcha, Mr. Smarty Pants. I think Tom worries about dimension watching the dailies. You know, if you say, well, you know, it'd be great to just have this in total silhouette. And, you know, don't put any fill on it or something. You know, and Tom will go nuts because, you know, he knows an executive is going to go like, well, what's the deal here? I can't even see their eyes. But in the film, you know, it would probably work, you know, excellent. If we're going to be setting this for the rest of the show, Tom, we should see it.
We're not seeing the two lights in there. We're trying to hurry up and get this done. We're doing it as fast as we can.
How far back are we?
We're already meant to be into scene 150.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
It's kind of like a give and take. It's like you want John to try and get what he wants, but as soon as it gets to the danger zone, we kind of really start pushing through.
Well, we're not really in the danger zone on this one.
Yeah, I'm still looking at making our day. We're just going to soldier on in the afternoon.
Our core unit, the DP, the AD, and the director are still trying to find some working rapport. You know, they're still out of phase a lot of the time.
John, we need to find a way to really simplify this scene so that we can make our day.
We've got a fifth of our day done.
Okay.
Now we've got this shot.
How are we going to make our day?
We were in a situation that we'd shot out a fifth of our day, and Ben and Joel came in and said they wanted to know how we were going to make our day, which is a valid question because we still had 4 more scenes at the end of the day to shoot. We just got to simplify the blocking. But until we get all our characters in here, that's how we're going to simplify it.
I kind of want her to be coming down the bar this way with a gun, you know, like she's going to shoot whoever comes down the stairs because, you know, she just hears that noise, you know.
Who's got the gun?
We can't. We just got to keep this simple. Otherwise, we're guaranteed not to finish.
I wanted to have Krista coming at the stairs like she's going to shoot whatever comes down the stairs. Like a tension moment. Tuffy?
Pretense now.
Everyone's saying, well, it's going to be too hard to turn around that way. And so it became like a half hour of arguing, you know, instead of shooting the shot.
Amount of time. We're half a day behind, basically.
Or more.
Or more.
I always feel like I'm having to prove myself to everyone, constantly. Every suggestion, second guessed, and it's like, there's no time, we're moving on. And it's like, hey, you guys, I'm still back here. I was like, well, okay, I guess everybody's moving on.
So I just think that we need to think of a simpler way to try and get ourselves into this because just don't have the time, John.
This is the furthest we've been behind ever in our shooting day, and we're now faced with the prospect of seriously compromising the shooting in order to get through it.
I just needed her coming in with that long.
It's just a lot more shots is all we're saying, John.
On a low-budget movie where you really don't have enough time, everybody's sort of scared that we might not make it.
It's 7, we got 4.5 hours. How in the if we do this for 2 hours?
Way more.
What are we dropping?
Evidently, everybody's pretty ticked off, and me. And then when Ben butts into it, then it's even worse.
Does anybody have a magic clock that I don't know about?
No, I thought maybe we'd change the schedule.
No, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. How are we going to make our day? It's an honest question. I don't know.
I have the answer either.
Well, I just need to shoot the scene, the way that it's going to actually be any good.
It took us forever in a day to get to here. What do we do with the first half of the day? Let's put us in this situation.
Well, I always think that everybody's job should be to help the director, get what he needs. But I understand that their point of view is that it's to help the producers, get what they need.
It's not a question
of... The only way we're going to make the day is we pick some scenes and simplify them. It's the only way it's going to happen.
For you, John, it's a decision-making process.
Okay.
What is the priority?
Let's do your blocking. Then let's do it that way. It's like...
Or is this, do you want to just really simplify this one over here?
No, let's just do it. It didn't matter, what I wanted to do. So they should just get their thing and go ahead and do it.
It's the nature of the beast, buddy, and I feel for you.
Sit this one out.
We don't want this.
It's cool.
No, you know what? This is
3 directors. That's fine. Sometimes I just get really bummed out. It just makes me feel, like the third wheel, and I don't think that's how it should be.
John, we just need to talk to you about the coverage here for Krista.
Just handle it.
Huh?
Just do it. Just do it. Whatever you want to do.
Well, we don't know what you want, John. So we've got our mini master now. We got our coverage. So what?
Okay, we'll get the coverage. It's fine. You guys can handle this. It's going to work good. It's going to be good.
So what do you want to do then?
Just get it.
Well, we
just do it.
Don't know what you want, John.
Well, yeah, you do. So let's just.
Let's do one more and let him cover close up on Dwayne.
I'm not into this to have everyone else direct the movie. Even if it's a better movie. I'm in it to be the director myself, even if it sinks the ship. And that's the way I feel it should be, because that's the only way you're gonna, actually get something that's halfway decent. Otherwise, you're just gonna get milquetoast or a piece of turd.
How's your day 14, John?
It's Honey Pie's coming up. She's kind of wheeling Hot Wheels. Do you want to just take her, come around the corner and bring them all the way down into that position?
I thought that was the whole argument earlier. Okay, that's okay. Let's get this. There's this whole thing about how we can't shoot down, a certain direction in the bar because it would take too long. And then, of course, at the end of the scene, everybody shoots down and then into the bar. I'm like, well, Steven, I thought we weren't... There was this big deal, like we couldn't shoot down that way. He's like, okay, whatever.
Okay, guys, here we go. Quiet, please. We're gonna have this.
They'll come up to about here and stop and try to keep Honey Pie when they come up here. Put her on this side, okay? Hey, come up to the end.
We will have Honey Pie wheeling Hot Wheels all the way down.
Day 14, Mutiny. Day 15, who knows?
That's a wrap, everybody. Thank you very much. It was a great night. I know we were all under pressure.
It's pretty much just wiped out. Pretty humiliated.
Just stop with that thinking. You had a battle and you lost. It's one motherfucking battle.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
it
like
is,
the
John.
100th mother battle.
You're doing what you have to do for this. It's a job, John. That's what it is. It's not your film, it's a job.
I know it's not.
Diane says, you know, John, you just moan about having a job. You know, that's what this is. It's having a job, John. This is what people do. The one thing I thought I could do halfway decent was make films. I just feel like I should be doing more.
No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Don't even talk like that.
Maybe there's different types of pictures. You know, there's the ones that you do, you know, because they're your job. You know, you go and you get paid, you do the best you can, and then you go off and make your little dream picture. Then you come back and you make another monster movie and pay your rent.
All I'm saying, though, is that, you know, you're going to fight, and sometimes you're going to lose, you know?
All right, John, let's have it. Let's have the bad news. Were you fired today, John?
Well, sort of. You know, a little bit.
So.
What? Yeah. I don't know why you want to start all this up.
I want to find out what happened.
You were there.
Yes, I was. And the offensive is really full blast. I do not like the way they're treating my son, the director. John's a hired hand. He's not a filmmaker in this, but he has managed to insert quite a few of his touches, and that pleases me a lot.
I just get embarrassed that he sees the stuff that goes on the set with me. It just became a bad situation. It was pretty much like I wasn't the director, you know. I was just a contest winner, you know. That's it. You know, I think I can make a great movie, but I need people to trust me.
Next week on Project Greenlight.
We're sinking fast. And John, I think, unfortunately, most of that falls at your feet.
Have your backside up, kind of like this, you know. I thought things would go pretty smoothly, but I guess I was wrong.
I'm not wearing a G-string.
It's a sex scene. I don't know what the problem is. Got me a little ticked off that she was kind of playing those games.
We are in the belly of the beast right now with him. We don't have a great game plan to get out of it.
Scene 183. Oh, it's just a choreographic nightmare.
Action! It wasn't like a film set anymore. It was like a sushi bloody party. Everyone's walking around carrying sushi and being complete ass while a bunch of us are on set trying to kill ourselves, particularly me, who's lying on the floor. You're the director, mate. Why don't you direct me?
Let's finish this.
If we don't make this, we're never going to get it again. We're not coming back to this. This is the last day. So if we don't make this shot in the next 20 minutes, we're screwed.
Stick with us. We're not done yet.
Make some noise for the boss man. Ah!